Hey folks, Sheila here from Design Files. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can fully customize the trim for all doors and windows using the Design Files 3D Floor Planner. Now this comes in really handy, especially if you're dealing with multiple projects where one might be a more modern new build and the other one might be a century home, and you're really just trying to make sure that you can apply the appropriate trim styles that are going to work for those spaces. So that's exactly what we're going to be covering with this video. So let's go ahead, we'll jump right in and just get started. Now, essentially the way it works is that you would first come into the 3D floor planner, you're going to draw out your floor plan, and then you're going to start adding in all of your windows and your doors and openings using the structural menu right here. So you'll find all of those options. Once you've added in your windows and doors, and there are videos in the video tutorial library that will show you how to do that, you can then go into the perspective mode and you can click onto any of the windows or doors to start customizing them. When you click on a window, you're going to see over here that the right side panel updates to show all of the specific window properties that you can use to customize the window. So you can see here that I can adjust the distance from floor, the height of the window, the width of the window, and down here I can start applying different trim styles for the window frame. So if I open this up, you'll see that it's currently got no window frame added to it, but I can start applying one. And I can just select these and you can see how it starts to update the trim in the actual design. Now, if you keep scrolling down here, you're going to see that there's a number of different trim styles that you can choose from. Some of them are a little bit more elaborate than others, so you can just choose the appropriate one for the design. And then go ahead and close up the trim style dropdown so that you can start experimenting with the rest of the properties here. Now below that, you're going to see that you can change the trim style. So if I really wanted to bulk this out, I could make it 5 inches. I'm going to actually leave it the way it was, but you can adjust the trim size to your needs. And then you also have the ability to adjust the sill style. So this window doesn't currently have a sill on it, but let's go ahead and we'll just rotate this around and then I'll show you what this looks like. If I go into here to apply a sill style, there's a number of different styles that I can choose from. So I could choose a beveled style, which you can see what it looks like right here. Or maybe I want to do, I don't know, a full bull nose, and you can see how it updates. Now, when you add in your sill style, you'll also see that you have the option to show an apron if you want, so you can include that or not, up to you. And you can also adjust the sill overhang as well, so you can increase it or decrease it depending on what you would like. Now, if I start to kind of rotate this around and zoom out a little bit, we can see what this window is starting to look like. And at this point, if I'm happy with the overall framing that I've added, I can select the window here, and below the sill overhang, you can see here that I can also adjust the window finish, the frame finish, the sill finish. So you already had the ability to do this, but just so you know, when you adjust the window frame and sill finish, all of these are linked together by default. So if I update one, it's going to update all of them. If I didn't want that to happen, I can always unlink these and I could apply a different finish to different parts of the window. But I'm going to go ahead and keep them linked. Click into the edit icon right here when you hover over any of these, and then it's going to take you, I'm just going to back out to the main menu here because I've been playing around with it, but it's going to take you to this menu right here. And you'll see that you've got a paint color library, you've got all these different collections, so you could apply a different paint color to this trim if you wanted to. Or you could also apply wood or marble as well. So if I go into the wood textures, you're going to see all the different options that are available, and there are loads, so definitely check it out. You can select which finish you want and it'll apply it to the window. And then down here, again, you also have the ability to do the hardware finish. So you can choose if you want that to be gold or silver or some sort of black, white, whatever finish you want. Now, once you've applied all of your frame styles, your sill, your apron, you've applied the different finishes to the window, down at the bottom here, you're going to see that you have the ability to apply all of those selections that you just added to this window to every other window within the space. So it'll really save you time. So if I wanted to do that, I could apply the selected styles to all the windows, and then I actually get to choose, do I want to do that for just this specific room or all the rooms within my floor plan so that everything is updated all at once. Now I'll add it to just this room, but you can see how it immediately starts to apply those exact same finishes, trim styles to this window, so I don't have to spend the time to do this individually. Now the same thing happens with the doors. So let's just rotate around here. We're going to come straight over here to this door, and you can see here that I've just got a basic door, no frame. So if I want to, I can select the actual door. I'm going to come over here. I'll select the same finish that I applied to, or the same trim that I applied to my window. and it's just going to add it in. And at that point, I can adjust the trim size, I can adjust the finish. So I'll go ahead and hit the edit icon, and I'm just going to go into recents and apply that exact same wood finish. Now, if I want to, I could then also apply this to any of the other doors or any of the other openings within this design by using this option down here. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. I'm going to apply it to this room. And if I zoom out here, I'm just going to rotate this design around. You can see that I also had an opening here. So this opening has now been styled to match my window trim and the door trim over here, instead of just being, let's just remove this for a second, just kind of a boring opening. So you can dress up all the openings, all the windows, all the doors to have a specific trim that you like. And you always have the ability to also customize that trim by changing out the trim size, the finishes, and everything else. So definitely jump into your DesignFiles account, give this new update a try. It's going to open up a lot of possibilities for how you can kind of just trim out and customize any of the spaces that you're creating for your clients. And of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to us on the live chat. We're always happy to help. Thanks for watching.